I'd like to show you a very fun technique that starts with splattering watercolor paint and then letting it dry on, this is cardboard that's a little bit shinier on one side. You can just kind of feel that it's smoother, and that helps the paint release better. And really it's just I splattered everyone differently. I did try to keep my green splatters towards the edges, and on this one I have this as an edge, or I can have my green down here, but either way you can pick up the green. It's a very, very fun technique, and then you can turn it into any flower that you want to. I happen to be working on orchids. So this is, I'm taking this into a community center where we won't have wet watercolor to work with. So I'm taking in about 20 sheets of this prepared paper. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw my orchid. An orchid has a specific anatomy. Occasionally, the splatters start to look like an orchid. If you've been drawing them long enough, you start seeing them everywhere, I suppose. I want to just hold it different ways. Oh, I think I see it. Okay. All right. So these look like side petals right here. Now, orchids have all different shapes of side petals. So you'll see it more when I paint it. Then it has the entry point and landing. This is sort of a lady slipper one, lady slipper orchid. And then it has sepals. So I'm going to put the 3 sepals. It always has 3 sepals. So a lot of people think it has 6 petals, but it doesn't. Apparently, the botanists tell us that it's 2 petals, and then the main, they call it the lip also, so here's one petal. Here's another petal, and see that watercolor releasing beautifully, and just let it flow. It'll be really fun. I want some of these dots to show, so I'm going to add more because orchids have that. And then I'm going to sort of help the look of the lip, and then maybe just take this to the edge. Sometimes you see stripes, so I could add a few stripes and that would work. And it's all, you know, where the splatters land, right? Okay, so now the sepals. I'm going for the sepal that has the most color on it first because I can move that color. So if I pick it up with my brush, I can move some of that color to the other side because it's watercolor. And that's what watercolor does. It's such a great thing to work with. So you see the orchid coming together. Nice pointed sepal there. You can really make it nice and pointed. And then I still want this to show. A nice trick is squeeze out your brush. It's just water on it anyway. And then I can pick up on that edge just to kind of show that edge a little better. And then, of course, I'll do it on the other side too. So I'm wetting my brush, squeezing it, and picking up a little bit. Now it almost looks like it's folding over, so I'm going to blend that. Okay, that works fine. Okay, now the top sepal. I don't know if there's enough paint on there, but I've got a trick. So first we'll see how much paint is available on the page already for the sepal. I think I'll stop before I get to the middle, leave a little bit of that white for contrast. And I'm going to come out over here. So I am going to look for splatters that could be buds for this orchid. And this one could be. So this could be a bud. So I'm just going to make it a bud. And I've got more paint, so looks like all of these could be little buds. Now I have to figure out how to get them on a stem. That might be tricky, but I think we'll manage. Okay. So it looks like the stem's going that way. You know, sometimes orchids tip over a little bit, so. All right, so this will be another bud. I'm going to let my stem be pink. It won't hurt anything. It just won't hurt anything. I thought I knew all about my orchid anatomy, and I may be blowing it here, but okay. Oh, the top ones can be green, so I've got a little green here, so that's okay. I can pick up some green, move it, and if it's purple, that's okay too. Okay, so we've got little buds. It's convincing enough. It's kind of a fantasy orchid anyway. And now, where's the stem going to go? If I do it this way, is the orchid upside down? I have to ask myself. I think it'll be okay, because I think there's a variety that sort of twists itself up. I could also say, okay, that's one stem, and then maybe there's another stem somewhere. Maybe that would be fun, and that this one's on the other stem. I can get some leaves where I have some green. Just letting that melt together. I guess this needs buds. I think I have to do buds up here, but that'll be easy. Buds, buds, buds. Wish my orchid would have this many buds. Okay. And we've got an orchid. There's another video you can find that shows you the same technique with the wet droplets. It just comes out different. Okay, so did I show you this one? Happy painting. I said that like I'm going to sign off, but I now see this needs to be darker, so I'm going to try and borrow a little color from here and get that on there. Looking good. You can go back into it, of course, when it dries with any drawing medium that you want, including water-soluble pencils would work nicely. Happy painting!